becoming a very regular guest here at the Triple R
well,
studio.
over a period of time, but yeah, this would be. I'm not sure.
This must be about your sixth or something. Yeah.
Fifth or sixth time here.
Yeah, you've become a semi-regular, which is great. You know, I love having you. Love having you on the show. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. But we'll let Marc in a moment. So we're gonna now. Marc is bringing his acoustic guitar.
That's right.
So he's going to play a couple of
he's going to play a couple
tracks.
of tunes and a couple of newish things that we haven't recorded yet. So
a world premiere.
It'll be,
I love a world premiere.
A premiere of some new stuff that we haven't played live yet. So yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. So, and you guys have got some gigs coming up, so we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. And you guys recently released your debut EP, I'm going to call it, I guess.
Yeah,
it's got 7 tracks.
Yeah, it's a bit and one of them's
a repeat or a different version.
Different version. So yeah, let's call it an EP. Yeah.
And which the album's called Modern Age.
Yep.
So I'll play a track.
Yep.
We'll get started, and I'll run out and let Marc in the building.
Sounds good.
Well.
Sounds good.
So this is Marc with a C. Well, I'm just going to play them in order. So this is Let Me Go Easy, track number 1 from Modern Age. My guests in the studio today, we've got Richard and Marc from Marc with a C. I'm Natalie. You're listening to the Timeslides program. You're on 2RRR 88.5 FM. Enjoy. we started off with Marc with a C. Let Me Go Easy. And we have Richard, and Marc has now joined us. Marc has arrived. He was
Sydney.
slightly delayed, but hello.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Nah, it's all
Apologies for the
good.
delay.
No problems. Richard and I, we started the show. We've got this. We've done this before.
Yep, all good.
We know what we're doing, don't we, Richard?
Yes. Well, I don't know what's happening on the other side of the desk there, but you know, I
But
can
you're doing a great job as the interviewee.
I can sit here and talk. I can do that. So yeah.
And so we played. So the album that you guys put out is called Modern Age. It gets a run on my show quite a lot. Big Daddy K plays it on his Sydney Sounds program as well.
Yep, much appreciated.
So tell us about the. I mean, you know, I know you guys. We've talked about the album before when you were in last time, but maybe for people who missed last time, maybe tell us about the album and what it's all about and why it's called Modern Age.
Well, it's like I probably mentioned it. It's a combination of two lots of recordings we did over probably about a year apart, I think, Mark.
Yeah, that's right.
Sort of three. We're obviously on a strict budget, so we sort
of $0.
Yeah. So, well, Mark very graciously funds
tax return.
Yeah, funds the recording. So we've gone into the studio twice so far and recorded 3 songs each time, and we just to have something professionally recorded out there on Bandcamp and other streaming, and so we put it together and we thought we'll combine them and call it an EP and get some physical copies produced as well, which thank you to Marty, our drummer, who's hopefully listening. He stumped up the funds for that, so we're very obviously we don't have a manager or anything. So that's it's basically I guess like a record of sort of where we've come to up to this point. So there's some quite old songs on there, some of the very earlier songs we did, plus some newer things. So yeah.
And why Modern Age?
I'll hand that over to Mark. That was.
Oh, well, look, I guess why Modern Age? Look, the song Modern Age I literally love living in the modern age, and I kind of just think it sort of summed up the whole album, really.
Actually, I think, I'm sorry, I just remembered. I think it was my idea to call it that because Mark has a friend an animator in Melbourne who did a really great animated video for the song.
Okay.
So I figured, well, we could kind of think of that as our single from the EP. So why don't we call it that? And everyone's kind of agreed. So yeah.
And we all want to. Sometimes you ask a question like, do you want to live in this modern age, or would you have liked to have been born in the, would you like to have lived through the 1800s, the 1900s, or if there was a different time in history? What would it have been that you like to have lived in? But I think I like living now. Actually, it would maybe be interesting to time travel back to like the 1500s, the 1600s to see what it was like for a couple of hours or a day. But you're like, I like living now, like with all these mod cons. I can't imagine having to like make my own bread or milk my own cow to get a glass of milk. Anyway, no. Yes. It is good to live in the modern age.
Yeah. This is the best that it's ever been, I would say. So, yeah, it's fantastic.
And, Marc, you've bought your acoustic guitar. So normally you guys are a 4-piece, with drums and the bass and, all the full equipment.
Yep.
Marc, that is Marc with a C's thing. But today you've just bought an acoustic guitar and you're going to play a couple of tracks, just you. So, Richard, you just have to sit there and look pretty.
Yep. I can do that, I think.
Oh, you can be security, mate. There's a few fans out there. We're going to just need to keep them at bay.
Marc, you're going to play a track live, and I believe it's a newish sort of track.
It's not
track. One off the album.
That's right. So we're going to be recording this. I'm literally just waiting for my tax return for this year to come in.
I love how this band is funded by people's tax returns.
I know, man. It's just
do you need mine for next year? My next year's tax return?
That'd be great. And any listeners out there that want to sponsor us, please send us in your tax returns. We'd really like them. So I checked it's been about 3 weeks since I've seen the accountant, and I'm just waiting. I'm checking my email every day. So when that comes through, we'll record this song and another song on the list if we get a chance to play, and another track. So
what's this track called that you're going to be playing? And this is a world premiere, never been played before
that's
live
right.
or anything.
That's right. We've rehearsed it a little bit.
2RRR world premiere.
Yeah, that's right. It's called When Good Things Go Bad.
Awesome. This is Marc from Marc with a C. We're doing an acoustic version. Take it away.
Thank you. Well, don't I make you sad when good things go bad? And don't I make you mad when you've lost all you've had? When you're drifting painfully, lost out to sea, with no way to get back. You can only forward tack. Well, you really hit my blind side with all that you said to me last night. Did you really mean all those things? 'Cause I'm telling you, brother, oh man, it stings. Well, where do we go from here, my friend? 'Cause I think this could be the end. 'Cause all those things you said were like a bullet to my head. Well, you really hit my blind side with all that you said to me last night. Did you really mean all those things? 'Cause I'm telling you, brother, oh man, it stings. Well, I think that this is our last song, and it's time to say so long. And I hope you find yourself a way to a much brighter day.
Well done.
Thanks,
Woo.
folks.
That was Marc with a C. Well, Marc from Marc with a C. One quarter of the band
Quarter?
That's right, quarter,
doing an
25%.
acoustic version of their song. That was a world premiere, people. That's never been played live or So yeah, thank you for bringing that to us, letting us have that here at 2RRR. It's
Pleasure.
amazing. So you've got some gigs coming up. Let's mention your. I know you've got some gigs that you want to talk about.
We've been quiet for a little while, but we've got a couple of things lined up. Friday the 25th of October at the Townie at Newtown. We're on at 10:30, and
That's late, jeez. No.
well, there is also there's also a midnight slot, and we were offered that, and actually Marty, our drummer, was pretty keen for that, and I think we're a bit old for that. No, yeah.
I could have done it.
The
but
midnight
yeah.
slot, wow.
I would have hit the twilight zone, and I don't think that would have been good for anyone.
It would have been
included, and audience is like, stay with me, man. Here we go.
that would have been the weekend gone right there. But,
yeah.
So 25th of October at the Townie. Yep,
yeah, and then
Newtown.
and a little while back we did a midweek show at Lazybones in Marrickville, and we're back there again on Wednesday the 6th of November.
Awesome.
With a couple of bands that we haven't played with before, a band called Meshki, who I've been playing around a bit, and the Patsy Recliners, who they're a bit of a country band, and I think they play at the Gasoline Pony a fair bit, so that'll be really interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them yet.
You guys will be
before.
busy.
Yeah, so that'll be quite interesting.
Plus
yeah.
your recordings as well. So
Yeah.
well, let's play another track. So we'll try and I'm just going down the CD. So I'm just going to play track 2, which is Modern Age, the name of the album.
Yes.
We've got Richard and Marc from local Sydney band Marc with a C. We're playing some tracks from their album, and Marc's got his guitar. We've done some acoustic. So let's enjoy another track. I'm Natalie. You're listening to the Timeslides program. You're on 2RRR 88.5 FM. Enjoy.
the pizza paid with my Visa. I like all the mod cons, like the television and refrigeration, keeping things cool. I love living in the modern age. I just wouldn't survive in a cave. My enemies would roast me on a fire. A terrible kennel in the prehistoric funeral pyre. I like all the robots and the internet, electronic reminders so I won't forget. Do you like a sandwich or a bowl of soup? Dining out with your family in a fancy suit. I love living in the modern age. I just wouldn't survive in a cave. My enemies would roast me on a fire. A terrible kennel in the prehistoric funeral pyre. I'm telling you that we've come from the stars and we've got to this far. Don't know where we're going, but it's happening so fast. I feel we're lost. Our digital species not related to Nietzsche's, our brand new format. Hold on to your hat, or even your cat. They'll soon be prefab.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Timeslides program. You're on 2RRR 88.5 FM. I'm Natalie. It's just about to go 4:26, so we're only into the first half an hour. We've still got a bit to go. I'm here every Saturday, 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. We've got Richard and Marc from Marc with a C, and that is Marc, M-A-R-C, with a C, S-E-A, just so as not to confuse anybody.
Yes.
Great,
Yes.
It's great band name, and I guess it's because of your name is spelled M-A-R-C, and you must have, and you always had to go, yes, that's Marc with a C. So.
That's exactly it. And to this day, that happens.
Yeah.
I still have occasion where I'm on the phone to some organisation or something else, and I'm spelling out my name. It's like Marc with a C. I've said. I remember
You've said it that many times.
I remember saying it like in prep to the. I was like 4 years old. Like Marc with the C, Marc with the C. You spelled it wrong. Anyway.
But it's always, it's good to have a unique band name, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we all like
Hopefully people,
cool band names.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It always requires explanation, which might mean that the name kind of stays with people a bit longer,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah,
So,
hopefully. Yeah.
And it starts a conversation
Yeah,
as well.
that's right.
And then that leads to other things, and then friendships bloom, right? So
Yeah, that's right. And then record company executives get excited.
Yeah.
But that track we just played of yours was Modern Age, and the album is called Modern Age. So if people want to get a copy, download it, where would that be? Where could they find you guys?
You can find us at Bandcamp and on Spotify, And we're also on iTunes.
Yeah, we are. And Apple Music, I think.
Yeah,
We're
Apple
through
Music,
DistroKid. Yeah, they distribute us to all those platforms. So, yeah, check us out there. But
And you can come and see us at a gig, and
you might have a copy of
Marty
the CD.
Marty usually brings a few CDs.
That's
and
right. Yeah,
people swamp us for trying to buy them off us.
Yeah,
They don't. But
Well, I know it's a bit old school, isn't it? But I actually still like having the vinyl or the CD. Like I know it's all now we're in a modern age, right? So which means we're in a digital age. But I actually do still like having something tangible in my hand. I don't know, it's a CD, yeah.
I just like to sit down like a dear mate of mine, Andy Jans Brown, if he's listening. Hello, mate. Has just released this fabulous double album. And he sent me a copy. He's so kind. But I sat down with it and I put the turntable on, and I had the gate fold open. I had the lyrics in front of me, and I could see. I'm really interested about who produced it. Where was it recorded? Who mastered it? Who mixed it? All that stuff.
That's how we used to listen to music.
Yeah.
We used to read all the liner notes, so you knew who was the engineer and who was the producer and all that. But these days, it's
you'd get the album or you'd get the CD and you'd open it up and you'd look at the little the sleeve inside and the stories and it was actually quite cool. So I think it's like I went last night. I was at Hopster's Brewery at Enmore and they have a DJ sort of nights, and some friends of mine. A couple of the guys, people from Glen and Glenda and a couple of other people were there DJing, and they actually had their, it was literally, they had their vinyl album. So there were the two vinyl turntables, and they were actually putting on and off. It wasn't like just plugging in with their computer and going, hey, I'm DJing.
Yeah.
They were actually there playing really cool stuff. Lots of, some punk, power pop, garage, new wave. And it's actually cool to see people still getting there with their vinyl, that physicalness, not just
tactile.
let's plug the PC in. So but it's good. It's great that you guys have done an actual physical album as well. I think you can have the best of both, right? So,
yeah, that's exactly right. So I just like the fact that I've got a shelf full of CDs and some vinyl, and if the internet goes down, it's like, well, don't worry, just whack on an album,
whack a CD,
whack a CD on,
Like I still have a little CD player at home, like one of those, like a portable CD player. That, just to have. I don't know, Anyway.
We bought one not too recent. Well, a couple of years ago, our old one, which was ancient, carked it, and I was like, well, and so I just got onto Facebook Marketplace, and I said, dude, I bought this lovely.
Yeah, there's a lot of
beautiful speakers. It just plays CDs, and it's fantastic.
There's a lot of good equipment. I have a look every now and then. There's people are offloading a lot of good equipment.
Oh, there's good gear
stuff from the 70s and whatnot. That's I mean, the turntables are in demand. Like people are quite keen on the turntables, but some of the CD systems you can get for a good price.
Man. So, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's mention the gigs that you guys have got coming up again, and then we might get Mark. Do you want to play another live track? How do you feel about that?
I'm feeling good.
So it was Friday the 25th of October at the Townie.
At the late time slot of 10:30, but not too
well,
late.
It could be later.
It could have been later.
It should be good fun. I think we're gonna skew the set towards some of our more upbeat numbers, because I don't think it's really the time for a ballad. It's kind of, I think, 10:30.
You'll put people to sleep, possibly?
Yeah, well, 10:30 on a Friday night, people have...
Particularly if they've got a few under their belt,
people have had a few, they're sort of looking to kick on, and so they don't really want to hear us, sort of get all melancholic and folky. So, so that should be good fun. And there's another band at midnight. We're not sure who that is.
Someone took the midnight time slot.
Yeah, we grabbed 10:30. So there is a band on after us that night. And
is
the other,
it free or payable?
No, it's free.
Free.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it should be good there on a Friday night. And shortly after Wednesday, the 6th of November at Lazy Bones.
And are you in the upstairs section?
Yeah.
The top floor?
Yeah, the main room up there.
The main room. Lazy Bones is a good venue.
Yeah, it's great. We played there.
We
played there, I think, back in August, wasn't it? Or
I think
July
it was.
or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we're playing there with a couple of bands we haven't sort of met yet. A band called Meshki, who've been playing around a bit, and Patsy Recliners, who've been pretty active as well. So you guys are the
first band on sort of thing, or middle, or
with meat and the sandwich?
I think that's right. Yeah. So we sort of were given the opportunity for the gig, and we sort of reached out to those other bands. So so we're jumping in the middle there. So
that's right. And I think the lead singer, is the same for both bands. Is that right? I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could be
We'll
proven wrong.
find out. We'll find out.
You know, most musicians have to be in at least 2 or 3 bands,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Richard, you're in 2 bands at least.
I
you
am,
know?
yeah. I mean,
You're in 1978
quick
as well.
Plug for
Quick plug for
1978.
1978.
Yeah, punk cover band. We've been doing a few things lately. We played last weekend actually down at Moshpit. So yeah.
You've had 1978 have had a few quite good supports as well.
Yeah.
You've
We supported
a few good
we
people
supported
recently.
Hugh Cornwell from the Stranglers when he came out a few months ago. So we played some venues I never thought I'd play, like the Factory Theatre at Marrickville and.
Manning Bar you're at as well.
Oh
aren't you?
we played Manning Bar earlier.
Yeah.
Support on a different support. So yeah, we've done some pretty cool things. So.
Oh, well, like I said, every musician I know is in at least 2 bands. But you know, which is cool to have a few different outlets for your different musicality.
Yeah, it's really good to have. I don't think I'd be happy if I just did covers, and originals are great, but you tend to get more bigger audience doing covers. So it's nice to have that. It's nice to have that balance, Yeah.
But do you go? Mark with the C doesn't really do covers. I mean, is that something you think maybe we'll slot in a cover every now and again?
We do a couple.
Yeah.
We have
mainly originals. I know.
Yeah.
Most sets we get 1 or 2 in there. We've sort of cycled through a few. It's not a big part of what we do because Mark's quite prolific. He's got there's never a shortage of new songs to work on.
I can't work it out to turn myself off.
So it's not like if we didn't have many songs and we need to pad the set out with covers, we don't have that issue. There's plenty of Mark stuff to go with.
Yeah. So do you have a couple of set covers that you might play, or it's like, okay, let's play this? So there's a couple, 2 or 3 that you have in your repertoire, sort of thing. You don't take requests from the audience. Play K-San or something like that.
No, we don't.
No, we should
Because
say
we
sure
wouldn't.
and just play one of ours regardless.
No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't know what a lot of the types of songs people might request, but I don't think we'd know a lot of them. So.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, you're going to play another song. You've bought Mark with a C. A 4-piece, but Mark's just bought an acoustic guitar to play some tracks, live here in the studio, which is great. Love it when we get live music. Maybe next time, Rich, we'll have to get your bass guitar and you can play some stuff as well.
Yeah, look, I probably could. I was just thinking if, I think I mentioned off air that I've actually got a double bass at home that doesn't get much love, which is kind of criminal.
Just thinking how we would get that in the studio. Like, it'll be a big. Is it big?
You could stand there.
I'd be able to do it.
Just fit.
The bigger issue is knowing how to play it.
Okay.
It's quite daunting to to play.
Maybe learn how to play it first before you drag it all the way here.
I think so. Yeah, that would be the go. Yeah.
So, Mark, you're going to play a track live here on your acoustic, your trusty acoustic guitar.
Acoustic,
and is this another sort of new song that you're,
Yes.
going to be recording soon?
That's
Tell us
right.
about this.
This song's called "Let Me Know." I wrote it a long time ago. And yes, we're going to record this soon. So once again, tax return dependent. And our major sponsor, thank you ATO. So yeah, this song is just about kind of unrequited love. Essentially, it's kind of like in a relationship, and you're like, oh man, is this starting or going, or where am I with all of this? So it's called "Let Me Know." I feel the kisses I gave you were all but spent in cheap and idle faith. Were they really as sweet as you said? Or are you simply just stringing me along? I'm begging you, my sweetheart, please just give me a sign. Should I hang around here waiting? Should I just pack my bags and fly? Come on, girls, it's misery. Oh, let me know. Treat me with decency. Oh, let me know. I cannot read your mind. Oh, let me know. Without a yes or no, I feel blind. Oh, let me know. You're the best yet I've ever met. Therein lies the heart of my problem. I'm completely smitten and ravenous. My mind and body no longer listen to me, manipulated by some greater force. You're seeping through every pore of me. Every moment you're there with me, coloring everything I feel and see. Yeah. Come on, girl, this is misery. Oh, let me know. Treat me with decency. Oh, let me know. I cannot read your mind. Oh, let me know. Without a yes or no, I feel blind. Oh, let me know. I remember a time you, me, girl, it was like on fire. There was nothing but passion between us. Oh, Jesus Christ, I couldn't function without you. Now that may have changed, and that's okay as well. All I'm asking, begging you to do is to let me know.
I was just waiting in case there was a bit more. Like,
Yeah, there usually isn't my songs, but I thought I'd cut that one short.
there was one point in the song I was like, he's just about done. I was just about to start clapping, and then I went, no, he kept on singing.
There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Actually, I was just thinking that's probably one of my bigger contributions to the songwriting is sometimes Mark has an idea on it, and they're all good, but I said, maybe just because I think a lot of the songs end up sort of above 4 minutes. And
Yeah.
So
hey man,
That's cool. Like, I don't mind a 4 or 5 minute song because, especially here on the radio, like it means I can, if I need to duck out to the bathroom or I go and get a drink, I need a 5 minute song. No, it's good.
I think sometimes I don't listen to it much now. I used to be a jazz fan, so like a 20-minute improvisation didn't faze me. But I think there's an argument for punchy and
Well, I mean, you can think like the Ramones, like 2 minutes.
There's some great,
Yeah,
two,
that's
three
great
minutes,
2.5,
done.
great 2.5, 3 minute songs. So,
Yes, I've always enjoyed and grown up on like prog rock and long stuff and Pink Floyd and Yes and Metallica. These really long songs and just going.
But even they got. Some of those bands got sick of that stuff.
Oh, that's not exactly. So
I mean, you don't want to do an Inadegata Vita, which is like 20 minutes or something. I think 4 or 5 minutes. It's
and thinking about playing live. I mean, let's be honest. Most people there don't know our stuff, and you want to keep their attention and not lose them with. If you're on stage, sort of gazing at your feet and really getting into it and in your own little world, and everyone's kind of going, looking at their watches like, oh shit.
I'm going to the toilet. Well, that's the great thing about the band is that because the guys really help me shape things. Go, oh, that's a bit of what's Marty's saying? Filler, all filler. Filler, not filler. It's filler, not killer. It's killer, not filler. Yeah. So it's about sort of just justifying what can be in the song.
So you guys sound like a very democratic sort of band. It's not like, Mark, I am the lead singer, I rule this band with an iron fist type thing. It's like everybody comes and everybody, the four of you, really help.
I would say that. I mean, look, it's very much. I mean, I'm, really like Mark's song, so and 90% of it is him. And we just sort of help sort of fine tune and mould it and that sort of thing. So
yeah, and I just want the guys to keep turning up, so I'll do anything I want. Really, I'm just like, I'm wrapped. They're still turning up after 6 years. So, oh man, this is great, you know. So.
And you all sort of contribute with the songwriting, or is that mainly Mark? Is that mainly your sort of thing? I mean, or Richard, are you going to maybe start writing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about this week actually. I have ideas and things. Like, you know, being a bass player, I think in terms of riffs and. You know, I think, and it's there 1 minute and gone the next. I don't record it. I don't, or if I think of a lyric, I don't write it down. So
I'm always encouraging him, like, mate, write it and record it. And interestingly, our new guitarist Nick, our lead guitarist, has been with us for a while now. He's just sent through a song because I've been encouraging him. I said, listen, mate, you know, if you got any ideas, write them down. You know, and send them through. So he's recorded. So we'll have a look at that. So.
Richard, you're going to have to start carrying your phone everywhere, doing voice memos or something like, you know, note to self. This was a great one. This is a great riff. Write it down. Like,
Part of living in the modern age is we have all this at our fingertips now. Like you don't. Back in the day, I remember reading something from might have been Paul McCartney or John Lennon or something that. There was a time when if you wanted to do, like you had to rush home and put on your 4-track and sit there with your guitar and get something down, but obviously it's very different now. So,
I remember in like the early 90s, the late 80s and early 90s, and the first band I was in, I remember recording stuff on like a little home cassette player that had a condenser mic. And then we had one rehearsal. We had a mate who was in a band, and he brought a 4-track, and we thought, oh wow. That was so mind expanding and like, wow, he's a god. He's got a 4-track, man. You know? It's very different now. That's for sure.
Yeah, the world has, really has it. I mean, I've spoken to people who would say, like, back in the day, they used to, like, whatever paper was available, because, before we had, say, phones to record your voice memos, if there was a sheet of paper, the back of a cigarette packet or like a coaster at the pub, they'd be writing lyrics on that. I think whatever was at hand.
A lot of great lyrics have been written on napkins and coasters.
Toilet paper even. Yeah. All right, well, let's give you guys a little bit of a rest with your voices, and we'll play another track. I've got to play some community service announcements because 2RRR is a community radio station here for you guys. I'm Natalie. This is the Timeslides program that you are listening to on 2RRR 88.5 FM. Remember, 2RRR.org.au is our lovely website with all the info on what's on when here at 2RRR. We're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you. We've got Mark and Richard from Marc with a C. Let's play some announcements and then another Marc with a C track. Enjoy.
My beautiful grandma Winnie's right inside my front pocket. Her spirit comes to me whenever I take a call on my digital locket. You see, I downloaded the Scrabble app to my phone, and now when I turn it on, I'm transported back inside to a home. We'd always play the best of 3, sitting in a lounge, playing along to the sounds of a Rankarina TV. It was a constant parade of tea and homemade biscuits, and in the summertime the soundtrack with the 80s won a cricket. Booty! Sometimes neighbor Jean would come over play. She'd settle in, pull out her face, and then hedges would start to pop away. We'd fight the urge to cough and choke, but Winnie had never complained. She just always winked sideways at me over the joke. Oh, thank you, Mountain Days, for freeing those memories from the cage. 'Cause now, every single time I play, I honor my beautiful grandmother's name. Oh, thank you, Winnie, for all those beautiful times and days. There's something I carry and I relish every single day. Lift me up and put my feet on one smile on my face.
You're listening to the Timeslides program. You're on 2RRR 88.5 FM. I'm Natalie. That's Marc with a C off their album Modern Age, Winnie in My Pocket. And the guys are here. They're my guests here in the studio. Well, we've got half the band. We've got Richard and Marc from the band. They're here with me. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. And Marc's bought his acoustic guitar. We've been playing You've been playing a couple of tracks live. Now, let's mention your gigs again. You've got some gigs coming up in in October and November.
Yeah, 25th of October at the Townie in Newtown, and Wednesday the 6th of November at Lazy Bones.
Awesome.
Right, yep.
And your other band, Richard 1978, you guys got any gigs coming up
No,
you want to plug? Or?
We haven't got any. Or do we? No, no. I think we're not till January actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think early January we've got something coming up, but
awesome.
Nothing else booked in till before then. So.
And Marc, you're going to play another track live.
Last track for the day.
Last live track. The guys are going to. I'm here till 6 o'clock, but the guys are going to be heading off shortly. So, and when are you going to be releasing these new? Like, is there another album, or this is you've got all these new songs, or is next year the album going to be sort of next year, or?
I think it'd be next year.
Probably next year after the next tax return.
Preparing, yeah. All good.
So
well, we've got to wait until next year for these to be on an album, all good. So, what's this track?
This track is called "Look at the Time." It's brand new. I'm still kind of grabbing the lyrics into my mind.
It's so new that I haven't heard it. I haven't even heard of it. So.
This is a real premiere, a real world premiere, even for Richard.
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
This may be the only time it's ever performed publicly, so please enjoy it out there. Because I sent it through the group chat to the band, and I'm not sure if they've heard it. But this could be a one-shot deal, to quote Frank Zappa.
All right, take it away, Marc, from Marc with a C, live here in the 2RRR studios.
My, look at the time. Another empty bottle of wine. I could have sworn that I just arrived, but now it seems I gotta say goodbye. I remember when I was much younger than today. It seemed a lifetime away this day. But over my shoulder, my shadow simply hollers away that 30 years have slipped away. Didn't I just turn 21 yesterday? My spirit still feels the same, but I'm newly riddled with aches and pains. I used to feel 25 feet tall. Now the lyrics, what are they? Here they come, here they come. But now I'm just always scared of a fall. I remember when I was much younger than today. It seemed a lifetime away this day. But over my shoulder, my shadow simply hollers away that 30 years have slipped away. Didn't I just turn 21 yesterday? Now I know I haven't got any right at all to complain, but on this day I'm struck by everything that's gone away. Friends and faces and places that I used to know all turned to dust, melted away like snow. No matter how hard I try to grapple it with my hands, it slips through my fingers like pounding sands.
That's Marc with a C, live here in the 2RRR studios on his acoustic guitar. Maybe another time we'll get all 4 members in here somehow. But
Yeah,
thank
we've
you
done
for,
it before. Yeah.
We've done it
Did it a
before.
while ago, yeah.
But yeah, thanks Marc for bringing your equipment, and yeah, thanks to Richard for both of you for coming and hanging out. We'll have to get Richard to bring his double bass next. Start learning, Richard.
I should
start
I
practicing.
should. Four
Start
things
practicing.
sits there not getting played.
So let's just mention your gigs again for Marc with a C.
Yeah,
People want to see Marc with a C.
Yeah. Just quickly, so Friday the 25th of October at the Townie, and Wednesday the 6th of November at Lazy Bones.
Awesome. And if people want to find you guys online, they're so Marc with a C.
Facebook, we're fairly recently on Instagram, Spotify, basically all the main places. Yeah, Bandcamp. Sorry, yeah. So,
And remember, it's Marc MARC with a C, SEA
That's
is
right.
the name.
As in the ocean.
Yeah.
Just so that if you're looking, and the album is called Modern Age. So if you want to look out for that on Spotify, the album's called Modern Age. It's a great CD. I play it on my show, and Big Daddy K plays it on his Sydney Sounds program. So it's on high rotation here at 2RRR on a Saturday afternoon.
Yep,
so
much appreciated.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's been great to have you guys. I'll be here. I'm still hanging around till 6, but the guy's gonna head off. But yeah, thanks. Enjoy the long weekend.
Thank you, Natalie.
Will do. Thank you.
A quick shout out to Felix and Carol in Melbourne.
Cool.
And to Andrew, Jans Brown, Bella and Huxley in Alstonville, and to Angela and the Newington AINs, and Tonya and Lily and Tale in Enmore.
Hello to
Thank you.
everybody.
I know.
Richard, you got any shout outs?
Not really. I
Okay.
don't think my family would be listening. So
All right. Well, the guy's gonna pack up and head off. We'll play another Marc with a C track just to keep going. We love it. So we'll play. This is a track off the album called Downtime. So you are listening to the Timeslides program. You're on 2RRR 88.5 FM. Just about to go. Well, it's just gone 4:58. Big thanks again to Richard and Marc. Thanks, guys.
thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Natalie. I'm sitting by the telly, I'm scratching my belly, I'm eating my jelly, and I'm drinking my wine. That's right, it's time for my downtime. I play my video game, I continue with the same. My knuckles all get sore, but I've just beaten the top score. That's right, it's time for my downtime. Oh man, I've been working so hard. People's demands have been draining my heart. Watching the news just isn't any better. Seems like the whole thing fed through a shredder.